So welcome to our next tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to discuss about data type. If you can remember, in our previous tutorial we talked about variable. So in this tutorial we're going to discuss about data type, and by the end of the tutorial you will understand what is data type and what is variable even better. So like I said in our previous tutorial, we said variable is just like a box where we can put stuff inside. Maybe we can decide to put number, characters, I try to say alphabet, characters, letter, and whatsoever. So but what is data type? We know that whatever we store inside variable, this box, is going to be a data. So what kind of data are we storing? That's the topic of today. Data type. We're storing data, but which kind of data? So in variable we have almost three types of fundamentally three types of data. We have number, we have character, and then we have boolean. They are the three fundamental types of data we have to store in a that we can work with variable. Number is divided into two. We have integer, which is a normal number like 9,000 minus 3 minus 74, a normal integer, minus 10, 10, 14, 18, 19, and so on. And then we have float, a number with decimal point. For example, 3.2789 minus 7 minus 3.28, and so on and so forth. A number with decimal point, that's what we call float. Then we have character, and character is also divided into two. We have string, and then we have a single character, maybe yes. But in Python we don't usually work with single character like in C++ or C. We work with string. Then boolean is of two types. It has true or false. We have true or false. So now I hope you understand. Number is divided into two: integer and floating point. Character, single character, and chain character, which is called string. Then we have boolean, which is true or false. So if I'm going to create a variable, that means I'm going to create a box where I'm going to put something inside. So what is that thing that I'm going to put inside the box? That's what we call data type. If I just create a variable called variable 1, for example, then I decided to put 20 inside it. So now let me ask you, what kind of data type did I store inside a variable 1? If you say is a integer data type, well, very good, that means you understand. And if you say something like number, very good, you also understand. So now let me ask you again. I created another variable called variable 2, and now I store a inside it. So let me ask you a question. What kind of data type did I store in variable 2? Very good if you say character, and otherwise you are wrong. And then let's say maybe I created a variable. This variable is primarily based up to hold a person name. So now I call the variable name, then I said is equal to, then maybe I write the name of a person, let's say John. So name equal to John. This means that this is a data type string. So now I'm storing it inside this variable called name. So the moment I said print name, what am I going to see? I'm going to see a John. So these are the fundamental data types we have that we can work with variables, and those data types are very important for you to know them, because if you are going to work with numbers, then you have to work with number data type, and there is some operations that will not work in some other data type. For example, plus, minus, division, minus, multiplication, they all work in an integer data type, or I say number data type. But when it comes to plus and multiplication, they only work in character data type in Python. I'm going to show you what I mean. But division and subtraction, they don't work in a string. or I say character data type. So let me show you an example. Now let me create a variable. Variable 1 is equals to 70. So if I set print variable 1 divided by 2, so whatever we have inside variable 1 is going to be divided by 2, which is we're going to end up with 35.0. So you see, what we have at the output here is what we call a floating point number. And since the data type inside the variable is a number, we can perform all this arithmetic operation within it. But let me create another variable and try to do that and see. Say variable 2 is equal to, put quotes, say John, like this. So now let me say variable 2 divided by 2. So you see, we are getting an error. This is type error. You can see it's showing the error, which is called type error. That means that we apply an operation that is not appropriate to a data type. So every data type you see, there are some operations that can only work with that data type. So it's very important for you to know data type. So now we see we create a variable 1, and we store number data type inside it, which is 70. Create variable 2 and we store string data type inside, which is John. So I hope you understand, and see you in our next tutorial. Any question you can ask in the group or in the comment section below.